The tide is truly turning as reporters are now finally unafraid to share what they really think of Blake Lively. Also, a new legal filing that has me here defending Perez Hilton. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. We got two big updates for you. I wanted to bring this up because, look, Page Six is an outlet I've reached out to. I tried to get journalists from Page Six to be in the documentary, to come on the channel. And I'm always told, no, they're not allowed, they can't, whatever. They're not going to be commenting on this any further than just sort of articles. They seem to not want to get involved. Now, I don't know if that's because of Sarah Nathan, Melissa's sister, who is a reporter there, and actually had written some negative stuff about Justin. She was the first one to reveal that Blake Lively felt uncomfortable by Justin on August 9th. So take that as you will. But there's obviously, I wanted to try to get someone from Page Six to, I was trying to get any reporter, honestly, to come speak. And so many of them are afraid. I've had various reporters that I've attempted to get in the documentary who have told me stories about Blake, but are afraid to tell them on the record. So I was surprised to see Page Six Radio featuring three of their hosts and our senior reporter, Mara Siegler, sharing feelings about Blake, honest feelings about Blake. I want you to hear this.
Team Justin, but I'm firmly not Team Blake Lively. I'm anti-Lively.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
anti-Lively.
And I'm neutral on him, I guess.
Gotcha.
But definitely not her.
I feel like a lot of people feel the same way that you feel in this situation. Yeah.
I've met her.
Oh,
Okay.
how was it?
Yeah, same. But I want to hear your experience.
So they're both about to share their experiences. You ready for this?
She was. Oh my God, I've never actually told this story. I feel
tell
like
it.
her rep.
She's afraid. They're all afraid, but here she is. Okay, I guess I got to tell Sirius XM Page Six Radio.
Tell it.
You're
tell
Page Sixing
it.
yourself.
It was when she did Cafe Society with Woody Allen.
Fun fact, same junket that Shersty did. So clearly that was not a good junket for Blake Lively. She was not in a good mood.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We had a television show at the time, Page Six TV.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was there with a camera. I had talked to a rep before. I really just needed her to answer one thing.
Right.
On, that's all they wanted. I had been told what question to ask her. Normally we wouldn't do that. But again, this was for television.
Yeah.
We just needed her to say something cute.
Right.
This is very standard, also offering for fair use commentary. Very standard at junkets. You have to get approval sometimes. And if you're working for a bigger TV network, etc., editors-in-chief will have worked with reps. And sometimes that's negotiated to get the talent. It's all very standard stuff.
She had just done Age of Adeline. What do you love about the decade of the 30s? Because Cafe Society happens it was the 20s or 30s. Yeah. Her rep brings her over. I ask her this pre-approved.
A question you would never care about Blake Lively's answer also. Hey, Blake! Yeah.
What do you like about the 1930s, Blake Lively? Who cares? Just tell me anything nice.
Yeah.
Just tell me anything nice. Because again, she's doing a job. These reporters are there doing a job to promote her work.
And she said to me, did you even see Age of Adeline? It doesn't just take place in the 30s. It takes place over 3 decades. And then she stomped away. And I was sort of
Are you kidding?
I did see Age of Adeline. I actually liked that movie. I watched it twice.
But
This is the problem. She's so mean to people, she turns off actual fans of hers. I've learned this myself through other interviews I've done.
did take place in the 30s at some points, right?
Yeah, it was the 20s or 30s. Now I can't remember. It was one of those
But
decades.
also, her rep told you to say that.
Right. And whatever decade it was, I was correct.
So she knew at the moment, she's forgetting now, but she knows, okay, some decade that I guess Cafe Society and Age of Adeline mimicked. And so that's what they're asking her, a very relevant softball, easy question. And she couldn't not only answer it, she had to you didn't see the movie. Girl, you didn't even read this damn book. I read more than you did, and I'm not even in it. You crazy person.
At the time.
Oh my God.
And and I just found that to be very listen, I'm doing a job, you're doing a job. It's your job to be on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so funny. I had a
So now he's going to share his story. They have a big press pool. I'm going to fast forward. You can watch the whole thing, but they had this whole press pool where it's for Savages, the movie Savages, and he's they're waiting all day for her to come in. They're told she's going to show up and do the press line, and then she doesn't do the press line.
Collectively, we all revolted. Like, there's no way that we all came down here and Blake Lively didn't do the carpet. Oh, Savages. The movie was Savages. And that we turned into savages. We were like, get Blake out here. So her rep, I've had great experiences with her rep.
Me too. I love the rep. I just want to say that. I do love her.
Yes.
I hope she's not mad at me.
Leslie Sloan. We're talking about Leslie Sloan?
Yeah. I hope she's not mad at me.
I'm a fan of Leslie Sloan. I honestly am.
I'm not. I'll say that for the record. I'm not a fan. Now, this is their job. Their job relies on getting these publicists to do these things and I guess keep their jobs going. So they can't say it. I'm not a fan of Leslie Sloan and the behavior that she's done personally. But they're covering their butt. But they're calling out Blake and they're going against Leslie, which is very telling. I got to be honest.
And Leslie Sloan was like, "All right, guys, like we'll bring her back." So we
look how annoyed Leslie. All right, fine. We'll do you. We'll make sure we give you what you came for, even though you all came out in your night. Fine, we'll give you.
Brought her back, and then she's like, "But you get one question and it has to be pooled. Pooled means that you get to do the interview with others. It's not exclusive." So we all had to think of one question, and then everyone looked at me. And at the time, I was working for.
Anyway, blah blah blah.
I just eat cupcakes all day. Sort of okay. And so
So the question was, how do you stay in shape? Was the
asked
question.
her, and she was like, "I just eat cupcakes all day." And then that was it. And it actually did get a lot of pickup. And at the time, I thought like, oh my God, that's so funny. She's so quirky. She just eats cupcakes all day. Like, I'm the one who got to ask the question. We had a moment. But then when all of the interviews resurfaced where she was rude to report, where she was not so nice to reporters, I was like looking at it through a different lens. And I was like, wait, was that just condescending? Was she dismissing me?
You know what? I feel she was actually rude to Mara.
What do you think? Was she dismissing him? Yes, it sure seems that way. She dismisses everybody on these carpets, it seems, or makes you drink her booze or do her stuff. This was the article. Apparently it did get some pickup because that's all people need. Just give me a funny answer. I eat cupcakes a day, but if you ask me in 10 years, I'm going to regret answering it that way now. I don't even drink water. It's terrible. Lovely. Yeah, no wonder she's so insecure now when she has to, as the text proved, between Justin and her insecurities, etc. It is what it is. But maybe that's your own doing because you ate cupcakes all day. I don't know. You even warned yourself it was going to happen, girl. Anyway, surprising to see them do it, especially given that it's page 6 and they're sort of trying to not look biased. And I don't think they have been, to be fair. But there you have it. Are you surprised by that? Now, I want to jump to another thing here because, look, I just want to spotlight this, not to slam Perez Hilton. Again, I don't care what your opinions of Perez is. I have my own issues just because of his history with Britney and others. That's my beef, but I don't want to have a beef with Perez. I think we're all need to unite on this cause. And I will defend Perez here because, look, they're trying to say that Perez was paid for by Brian Friedman's office, that they somehow, as Brian used to rep Perez at one point, I think. And so therefore, there's this whole debate of did they fund Perez and his coverage of Blake? Nonsense. How can I say that so confidently? Because the Wayfarer parties themselves literally called Perez Hilton out. They said, no one pays attention to this person since 2005. He is not relevant. He does not create a news headline. He does not get pickup. He is now just a troll. Why would Brian, I don't point this out to shade Perez. I really don't. This came up in a thread and Citizen journalist helped find me the text that I remembered reading. Why would you pay someone you don't respect in private? Regardless of whether this is harsh or fair, that's not my point. My point is they clearly don't like him. They clearly don't trust him. They clearly don't find him relevant. So now we're supposed to believe Brian Friedman would put his whole entire license on the line to practice law to make some shady deal with Perez Hilton, of all people, someone they have admitted they don't even like and isn't even relevant? Make that make sense. Blake Lively and her lawyers are so dumb. They don't even read this stuff. We've read it all. We know way more and pick up stuff, little bits to make sure we know the truth. And I will defend Perez because I don't believe for a second he's being paid when they speak about this in private. They don't. Now, he's earned, a lot of you in respect because of covering this. It is what it is. And I will defend him here. They posted a photo of his kids in their response. Like, why? This is shameful. And props, they redacted it. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Like, what? This is crazy. they could have just put his bio in, but they included photos of his children, which I'm not going to go find them. I haven't seen photos of his children. I don't want to post photos of his kids. Just like I wouldn't expect anyone to post photos of my kids. If he posts a little private on Instagram, it is what it is. That's where it should stay. And this is crazy. This is what they resort to. And even I, what? That's not right. Whatever your feelings are, my feelings, I will defend his right to not have that happen to any of us. It's crazy the way how far Blake will go, but also his right as a reporter, as a journalist. That's what he does. He gets tips and scoops as a gossip columnist if they're trying to shade him or shame him for it. Regardless, he's in the same boat we all are. We're not just we're not content creators that they keep saying. We are reporters, journalists. We are news people now, and we do our investigations. I've done more investigation than it feels like they have. I've read everything. I've spoken to sources, people who don't want their names out there, who are sharing because they're afraid. And now it's nice to see others are becoming less afraid. So I encourage more and more people, share your stories, whether it's your own outlets or hit us up. You can hit me up on at Andy Signore, at Popcorn Planet on social, or Popcorn Planet Gmail. Reach out if you got a story to share. If you've been on the fence, now's the time. Come forward. Share your stories. And then meanwhile, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. And yeah, leave Perez alone. Stop posting anybody's kids in these documents and doxing addresses, real names. Shame on them. We can still use your help. Check out the Ghost Give Send Go. I'll put the link down below, and stay tuned. We got more content coming your way here on Popcorn Planet.